Washington Commanders just went absolutely insane. Stefon Diggs calls Jayden Daniels a superstar and warns the NFL this offense could be unstoppable.
Around the Commanders, because it's big news actually around the Commanders in the second year.
Big news?
Oh yeah, like sneaky, enormous news.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second, but wasn't a Hall of Famer. You're talking about two Hall of Famers.
Steve Young and Joe Montana, both in the Hall of Fame.
And both won a Super Bowl. By the way, with the team.
And both won, didn't both win MVPs?
Yeah, but we're also talking about with the team. Warner won a Super Bowl, obviously Hall of Famer, but not with the Packers.
Yeah.
Anyway, yesterday, Commanders made an out-of-nowhere signing. 1 year, up to $12 million with Steph Diggs. Most recently with the New England Patriots. I got to tell you, I'm not sure this is not the best free agent signing we've had all year.
It's pretty good.
This is for basically no money relative to the position he plays. In addition, it is a position of need. They needed somebody alongside Terry McLaurin. And I know this is going to come off as an odd thing to say because of what people assume Steph Diggs is. From an on-field perspective, watching him last year as a Pats fan for 17 games, he was a great teammate.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
I'm just talking about on field, and I'm talking about on the 1 year deal. Was he a great teammate for Josh Allen? For part of it, for probably the 1 year initially.
Listen, Josh Allen got the bump as soon as Steph Diggs got there.
Right.
He got the bump.
The best thing to do with Steph Diggs is to pay him for a year. It's a great signing.
It is.
I think like whatever win total I may have had in my head for the Commanders, I may have bumped it up a win or two. I think he's still the guy coming off of an ACL had 85 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And I kept saying, as a Pats fan, I'm like, do they just now bring him? Like, why don't they just bring him back?
You were hoping that would happen.
Yeah, why not just sneak him in the back door? Like, wait, you're here still?
You were hoping.
Was he unbelievable? No, but they actually didn't ask him to be unbelievable.
But you don't need him to be unbelievable, especially if you're the Commanders. You got Terry McLaurin. He's your splash wide receiver. He's the vertical threat. He's the take the top off of the defense kind of guy. What you need is somebody that can work the short to intermediate routes, being able to get those underneath zones, find open space, and present a reliable target for your quarterback. And Steph Diggs has shown the ability to be able to do that with young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That's important, right? Last year, he was top 10 in first down catches. He was also second in catches above expectation, which is literally grading the degree of difficulty when it comes to catches. And then, oh, by the way, when Drake May was throwing in the ball, a 113 passer rating. You mean to tell me that Jayden Daniels couldn't use that as his number 2 wide receiver? Of course he could. And you're breaking in a new offense with coordinator David Blau. So I just think that you got to have players that have a high football IQ, that understand the game, can see what the quarterback is seeing when faced with defensive looks, and know where to go. And so I think that Steph Diggs is going to bring that in spades to the Washington Commanders. If he stays healthy, then it feels like this is an opportunity for a huge bounce back year for Jayden Daniels.
Let me be very clear. Over the 2 big signings, 2 or 3 big signings over the last few days, this is my favorite one. I would take from a value proposition, give me Steph Diggs on a 1 year deal for 12 with a quarterback versus Bijan Robinson on a 3 year deal for 75 without a quarterback. I'm sorry. If I'm who's giving me a better value,
you're going to get the return on the investment.
Yeah, because I have an elite quarterback, assuming Jayden Daniels is healthy and assuming Steph Diggs is healthy. Steph Diggs said it right recently when he was interviewed. He said, "Find me a number 2 receiver better than me."
Yeah.
He was very specific. A number 2. He's not a number 1 receiver.
No.
He's a possession guy now at this point in his career, and a good one.
Which is good.
Yeah.
There's a role for that in that Commanders offense.
But then, Diggs walked into Washington and said something that could change everything. He didn't just praise Jayden Daniels. He made a shocking declaration that could put the entire NFL on notice.
My family's here. My support system is here. I love everything about home. And the organization, they take care of their players. Some good people over here. I had some existing relationships from guys that were in Houston, so some carryover there. They got a great young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar with young quarterbacks. He's a star. He's a superstar. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for this team. It's on my first day out, FDL, first day out. So, still getting to know everybody. And, I'm a little late in the game. They started camp already, but I'm trying to get used to it and not speed up the process, just do it organically. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm gonna do the best that I can, from my point of view of just being a receiver, being open, being a leader, trying to lead by example and push the guys around me. My biggest thing is I always try to push the guys around me to the best version of themselves. We slowly kind of building that already. This day one, we had a lot of conversations, more than I thought we would have. Guys coming up to me and me just throwing a little gem here and there. I'm older. I've been around the game for a little while now, like I said earlier, but I'm graceful and I'm just trying to give them everything that I got, and at the same time, more show than tell. I can say a bunch of hoopla, but I'd rather just go out there and hoop and show you why I did what I did, or kind of just communicate through the actions. Just my commitment to, the playbook, getting comfortable with the quarterback, trying to see it how he see it. Like I learned that a little bit throughout my past 5 years. See it how the quarterback sees it, not how you see it, because he got an O-line in front of him, he got running backs near him, he got a lot in his face, and he's a lot of stuff he's processing in the play. So you want to be in the right spot at the right time, and I kind of just want to see it from a bird's eye view, the quarterback view, and give him the confidence. Only way you get the ball in this league, you make plays for your quarterback. That's how you get him comfortable. That's how you get him in the right spot like this. I can trust this guy and being at the right spot and moving around. If you want the ball, you got to be able to move around. I mean, you can go play one spot, but, they cloud coverage and they double, and it makes it harder. And it's good being around other players that can ball. Like, it's going to be hard to double somebody in this offense. You got guys that can make plays and guys who can make plays out of the backfield. You got a mobile quarterback. So the biggest thing is for me, just my commitment to the game. I've been committed. I play. And with young quarterbacks, they got a lot on their plate. So making plays for them give them confidence. You know what I'm saying? That put a battery in their back to feel like, man, I could do anything out here. Like, that's how I try to help them, just by playing well. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. All the chatter and this, it's good to have here and there. You know what I'm saying? People have a bad play, your next play, your best play, little reminders like that. But the biggest thing, bar none, go make plays for them. You make plays for them, that's how they look good. That's how they build confidence. That's how they become, they already have the talent. Jayden has proved he's, in my opinion, a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Just carrying that on and continue their MVP type of time. That's what I think.
Speaking of chatter, a few weeks ago, you said that you'd be the best wide receiver 2 in the league.
Yeah.
Do you stand by that? Why'd you say it?
I would have said 1. I mean, that's just my personal feelings, but you know what I'm saying? I kind of take it with a grain of salt. I give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? If people kind of feel the way about that, like in this profession, in this job, you gotta elude confidence. You know what I'm saying? I can't go into anything saying something else. Like I said 2 on camera, but in my heart, I'm gonna say 1. You know what I'm saying? But humbly, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? People have favorite players, but my numbers have always spoke for themselves. No matter who you like or what you say, the production has been there. If you put my production versus any production, you know what I'm saying? I think I was the number 14th receiver last year, and I was playing 52% of the snaps. You know what I'm saying? Numbers wise, I mean, I'm not no mathematician, but you know what I'm saying? I try to leave that right there. But
The Washington Commanders just made a move that could completely change the ceiling of this offense. Stefon Diggs, 1 year, up to $12 million. And suddenly, Jayden Daniels has something he desperately needed, another proven weapon beside Terry McLaurin. This isn't just a flashy signing. Diggs is coming off an ACL injury, yet last season he still produced 85 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That is not a washed-up receiver. That is a veteran who can still punish defenses. But the numbers are only the beginning, because what Diggs said after arriving in Washington is where this story gets absolutely wild. Diggs didn't simply praise Jayden Daniels. He went straight for the nuclear option. He's a star. He's a superstar. And Diggs wasn't talking about some quarterback with potential 5 years from now. He was talking about Jayden Daniels right now. Then he explained exactly how he plans to help him, understand what the quarterback sees, get into the right spot, make the quarterback trust him, and make plays. Because Diggs knows something most receivers learn the hard way. You don't build a quarterback's confidence by talking. You build it by getting open. And that philosophy could be especially dangerous in Washington because this offense may have far too many weapons for defenses to cover. Think about the nightmare Washington can create. Terry McLaurin can stretch the field. Stefon Diggs can destroy underneath coverage. Jayden Daniels can beat you with his arm or his legs. And there are playmakers coming out of the backfield. So what happens when a defense tries to double McLaurin? Diggs gets the matchup. Double Diggs? McLaurin gets loose. Bring extra pressure? Daniels can escape. And that's exactly why Diggs said it could become hard to double anybody in this offense. This isn't hype anymore. This is a matchup problem. But there is one massive question hanging over all of this, and it could decide whether this becomes a dangerous offense or another season of wasted potential. Health. That's the entire gamble. Diggs is betting on himself after the ACL injury. Washington is betting $12 million that the veteran still has enough left to make defenses pay. And if he stays healthy, this could become one of the smartest value moves of the offseason. Because Diggs doesn't need to be the old Buffalo version of himself. He doesn't need 150 targets. He doesn't need to carry the offense. Washington already has Terry McLaurin. Diggs simply needs to become the veteran safety valve who understands exactly what Jayden Daniels is seeing. And if that happens, the Commanders may have just turned an already dangerous quarterback into something much more terrifying. Because Diggs didn't come to Washington just to catch passes. He came here believing Jayden Daniels can become a superstar. And now the NFL gets to find out whether he's right.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.